Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Safira Fakhriza Arsant with student ID 250193, and I will explain or presentate about transition word, main ideas, and reference words. First, what is transition words? It's transition words and phrases that work to connect ideas meaningfully, because ideas can be related to one another in a variety of ways. Writers should be intentionally and carefully select the words and phrases that best fit the particular situation or purpose of their writing. For reference word, it's a thing you say or write that mentions somebody or something else, the act of mentioning somebody or something. And the last one is main idea. It is the most important or central thought of a paragraph or larger section of text, which tells the reader what the text is about. And that's all the definitions of the trees. And now I will jump into the examples of them. I will explain about transition words first. The first text is Warner Bros. Discovery advises shareholders to reject Paramount's offer, but the battle is not over. The first one is Warner Bros. Discovery is officially rejecting Paramount's buyout offer, calling it illusory and arguing that the existing plan to sell most of the media company to Netflix is a better deal for shareholders. This paragraph contains continuation, that is and. The function of and is to continue the sentence with the same ideas. The second sentence is, earlier this year, David Ellison and his father, Larry the Oracle billionaire, took control of Paramount after a protracted, politically tainted merger process. This one is also continuation. It has and that also to continue the sentence. The next one is, this transaction raises national security concerns because it could transfer substantial influence over one of the largest American media companies to foreign-backed financiers, reps Sam Ricardo and Ayanna Presley, wrote in a letter to BBD. This one is cause and effect because they use because. Paramount has said in SEC filings that Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi have agreed to and then Paramount has said in SEC filings that Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi have agreed to give up any voting rights and governance role in Warner until the deal goes through, but that in turn has intensified questions about why the royal families are seeking to make the investment. This one is contrast because it has bad. That means that the two sentences have different opinions. Number 4, the current plan, BBD, will split itself into two publicly traded pieces the next summer, and then Netflix will seek regulatory approval to buy the Warner Bros. Part. The other piece, to be named Discovery Global, will contain CNN and other channels. This one is also continuation because have and then, as I said before, the function is to connect continuing the sentence. Okay, now I will move to a reference word. It's from a news that has titled Susie Wiles offered unflattering assessments of her college to Vanity Fair. In return, they showered her with praises. The first sentence of all the bland assessment, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles shared with Vanity Fair over the past year. Perhaps her sharpest words were aimed at Attorney General Pam Bondi. Her in here is referred to Susie. And the second one is even Trump himself downplayed the at times unflattering assessment, including whilst describing him as having an alcoholic's personality. Him is referred to Trump. The third one, fans, for example, brushed off whilst contention that the vice president was a conspiracy theorist for a decade, and that his conversation for Trump critic to vocal supporter was political. His is referred to fans. Number 5. Susie is not necessarily feared, but she commands a level of respect and at times a level of intimidation because of the power she wields, one official said. She referred to Susie. And let's move to the main ideas part. The news title is Why the Weirdest Sea Level Change on Earth Are Happening Off the Coast of Japan. The first paragraph is the ocean is uneven to begin with, and its unevenness is also changing. Maps of recent change show intricate patterns of watery hills and valleys, but also call attention to one extraordinary location. Off the coast of Japan, one region of the ocean has been rising by nearly an inch every year, right next to another where it has been falling even faster. This paragraph has implied main idea and it's in on first. The second one, the deep warm Kuroshio transports more than 200 times as much waters as the Amazon River, traveling north from the equator and normally banking east around Japan's Bozo Peninsula near Tokyo. Here it becomes known as the Kuroshio extension as it heads into the open Pacific. This paragraph has implied idea and it's in the end that here it becomes known as the Kuroshio extension as it heads into the open Pacific. Number 3. Recently, the northern edge of the Kuroshio extension has retreated a bit. It has moved back to around 37 degrees north latitude according to Q. That's still a high location historically, but hardly as extreme as before. This paragraph has implied main ideas and it's in the start that it's recently the northern edge of the Kuroshio extension has retreated a bit. Number 4. In the middle latitudes, these massive high-pressure systems are the driving force behind currents like the Kuroshio. So, when the winds move, the currents do too. The paragraph has implied main ideas and it is in the start. It is in the middle latitudes. These massive high-pressure systems are driving force behind currents like the Kuroshio. The last one, this change is rooted in a phenomenon known as the Hadley Sail, a globally zone of warm, rising air across the tropics. It's now expanding due to climate change. This paragraph also has an implied main idea and it's in the start That is, this change is rooted in a phenomenon known as a Hadley cell, a global zone of warm, rising air across the tropics. And that's all. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry if there were any mistakes that I make. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.